Everyone. Hello. We only little wolves, which is fine. Hi, good morning to all my friends. It's kind of a rainy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have such a busy day today. Good morning. Hi, Leslie. Um, of course, my day is going to be packed today. It's like everybody, they wanted to give us last week off, and then now everybody's like, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you? Oh man. And then after today, they'll probably leave me alone and I can do all my Christmas stuff, I guess. Good morning to all my friends. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Leslie. There is Gloria, Barbara, Shirley, Loretta, Laura. Good morning. We are doing good too. He just had a checkup. Oh. Who? Hi, Gloria. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Melissa. Melissa. Hi. Haven't seen you in a little while. Good morning. Hi, Dawn and Annette, Delia. There's a lot of great people on today. So good morning. And let's see. Today we're going to do my 2023 Happy New Year card from Anna Griffin. Now I've done this card before, but I've made some changes. So I do want to show you some of the changes that I've made. And look at how gorgeous this card is. Just beautiful. And I picked all of these lovely colors, which like purple, like almost like a lavender, really, and mint, blue, and white. Now, the white that I used was is a smart paper sticker cardstock. So we're going to talk about that. But also, you could use, if you wanted, you could use this, which is glitter cardstock. This is something we received in a mystery box, a recent mystery box. And I just love white glitter cardstock. So I was glad to cut it out in this as well. But I wanted to try out the smart paper sticker cardstock because, as you know, I have a Maker 3 and this stuff is great because it's adhesive and I'm able to put it on without doing any glue on that top layer, and it worked out pretty well. So I'm going to show you both variations today. But before I begin, I wanted to let's have a look. I wanted to remind you all that we have a giveaway every single month. So if you're new, this might be the first time you're hearing about this, okay? So every month, I have committed to giving away a $700 value prize. And I'm going to just show you which it is. The top of the line machine called the Maker 3 Everything. So this is the top of the line prod machine. So if somebody, what came to me and asked me, what's the best machine out there for Cricut? I would say this one, Cricut Maker 3. And the thing that's different between the Cricut Maker and the Maker 3 is that you can use smart materials such as smart vinyl, smart paper, and smart iron on. And it also uses all the other tools that make the Maker great. The Maker has all these things called adjustable tools. It has a rotary blade, a knife blade. So if you're really going to, in the new year, be like, oh, I'm going to cut everything, then the Maker 3 is the perfect choice. And along with the Maker 3, there's something new called a learning plan that I'm going to show you in just a second. So in order to win this from me, which is, again, it's a $700 prize, might be sort of out of reach for some people. So if you can't afford it, maybe you could win it. And so I do offer this once a month, and the last day to put your name in, you only have to put your name in once. The last day is the 22nd of December. So if you haven't already put your name in, you can find the description and where to put your name in the description. Excuse me. You can find the details in the description of the video. So please seek that out. And what you all you have to do is follow me. Follow me on um on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. That's so easy to do. Let me show you. I'm gonna go to YouTube, right? And when I'm at YouTube, right up here in the search box, right here, I can just type in Cricut Chat. Oops, Cricut Chat. And you'll see I come up Cricut Chat with Miss Rita. And there I am, Cricut Chat with Miss Rita. And thankfully, we just reached our goal of 23,000 people. So why don't you join those people? And there's people watching right now. You can see that we're live both on YouTube and on Facebook. So all right, everybody, let's get over to this project. So this project, again, is in Design Space Community, or the Cricut community, which I have a profile here. So see right here, this is my profile. You can find me by going to these the triple lines right here and going to the home page and looking for under recent community projects. You can look there, or you could also search for me in the search box. Okay, so I'm going to go back here to the canvas, which is this Happy New Year snowflake card. So I did change up the colors on this, and I added this 2023. Obviously, that's optional. You don't need to add that, but I'm going to show you where I got these things. So see, I changed up the colors a little bit. I made this mint green, and then I put a blue. Actually, the blue I chose was like even prettier blue. Nah, kind of not that blue. Anyway, let me go this way and see. Yeah, it's like that's it. Okay. So, and then I put a lavender, and then I put the top layer. And again, I used two different things. I used smart paper sticker cardstock, and I also used white glitter cardstock. So both of which are available at Cricut. So let me show you where to get all this. And my son is texting me, asking me to make stuff from school. Every time I text him when he's in school, he's like, "I'm in school." So how does he do that? It's okay for him to do that. And anyway, so let me just show you on this project where I got this image from. So did you know that you could look at somebody's project, and on the detail page of the project, you can come down here to images and fonts used in this project. You have to click on it, and it does take a little time for it to show up. It did it right before. Why is it not doing it? There it is. Okay. So you can see here, this is a snowflake card. I also added some script here. I don't know what I used the square for, but I used this image, Happy New Year. And it's an editable image. It's not actually an editable image, but it was created that you could edit it. So let's go ahead and bring this in to the canvas so you can see what I did. So this is it's a really pretty image, but it's kind of busy. So what I chose to do is I wanted to keep the 2020, and but instead I'm going to move this up here, and I did 2020, and then I'm going to take this one 3, and it needs to be slightly askew. So I'm trying to turn it, and it's not letting me do that. So I changed this background to one of the colors that we're using. So let's go over here so you can see. I don't need all this other stuff, so I'm going to just get rid of it. I don't need it all. And I actually don't even need this. I chose to use just this part of the banner. All right. So I'm just going to get rid of all this other stuff. And now I can change the colors. So for this part right here, I did it first in cardstock, but then I decided to use vinyl because it's very detailed at that size. So, so just so that you know, here is this, and I can change it. I'm over on Color Sync, so I'm going to change it to this green. You see, and then I wanted to make my numbers silver. I thought silver would be a nice color. And so I can just go up here, and you can't really do silver in Design Space. So I changed them to like this light gray to remind me that it was going to be light gray. Okay. Let me show you where I got the card too. Let's get rid of this. So the card is an Anna Griffin card. So we're going to go to images, and then from images, we're choosing image sets. Okay. And here we're going to just type in the first name, Anna. I don't know why uh, my cap lock's on. Okay. So we did Anna, and we're going to come down to, I believe it's under layered images. So let's have a look. Lovely layered card. Yes, it's in here. It's Anna's lovely layered cards. Let's have a look at what's there. So these are gorgeous cards that I've been doing for a very long time. Here is the card that we're going to do. So we're going to click on that. I'm going to make sure I save it too so that I can come back to it. But these are really great cards, and you'll notice that there are some in different sizes with this like banner. But I didn't want the banner because I wanted to do my own graphic. So I chose this one, and then I also did my own sentiment. Okay, so this is how it comes in, just like that. Let me see if I can't move all these things. Let's group that. All right, we'll move it over here. So it comes in with an envelope, and if you've been with me for some time, you know I do not like to make envelopes. So gone, they're gone. And then I'm going to group this, and what am I going to do? I'm going to change the width to 10. Whoops, not 19, 10. So that comes up with a 10 by 7-inch card. It's not exactly 7 inches, so I'm going to just make it 7 inches. Now, 10 by 7 is called an A7 card. I do mostly A7 cards. Other people do cards called A2s, which are 4.5 by 5, 4.25 by 5.5. And then there are all different kinds in between. Now, this is just a personal preference for me. But what I also do when I make these kinds of cards, especially these layered cards, is that I ungroup them. So you can see this is me ungrouping. And this top layer, I usually change because I don't like that when it's rounded over the back of the card, it lifts right here, especially on this kind of card. So I'm going to go ahead and detach and take off this score. That's what I'm doing. And I am going to, let's move all this other stuff out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So here we go. I'm going to go in and do shapes over here. I'm going to pick the square, and I'm going to make this square 5 by 7. Right. So there's 5 by, I think I'll do a 7.5. I kind of like don't want there to be an overlap. So I'm going to choose both of these and do a line left. You see that? And then once I have that in place, I'm going to choose slice, which is down here. Okay. And what that does, slicing is a lot like cutting Christmas cookies. It leaves behind the other dough, and then this is our actual cookie. So there you go. Now, as far as changing the colors, this was just, again, personal preference, but I changed some of the colors here. As I mentioned, I used this instead. I used like a blue, but I also used advance. See that right there? Advance. And I can take this little circle and move it. So it kind of will give me a better representation of the color that I chose. And this one here, I decided to change it to lavender. So this is lavender. But if I wanted to make it slightly less lavender, like lighter color lavender, I'm moving that circle so that I can get a better color there. And then here I changed this to mint. So because this has an attachment, I need to go over here to my layers panel, and then I can click on here and I'm going to choose this color. Okay. So now the only thing we have to do besides cutting it out is we need to, let's go over here. I'm going to ungroup it, and I'm not going to bother too much with this other thing. So here we go. Is to add a sentiment. So easy to do. And I want a written sentiment so you can see where's my card. So here's the written sentiment. Doesn't that look beautiful? I just used the black ink, which I really like that black ink. So I'm going to go to text, and I'm going to just put my own sentiment in. So I'm going to type in wishing you a joyous holiday season and continued success in the new year. I think I capitalize new year. I might even capitalize holiday season, because you know what? We can do that. You could capitalize them all, you know? That's just whatever you could do. We could go up here and capitalize S. All right. Continued success. And let's make joyous and wishing you. All right. Now I need to, because this is a cut image, I need to make some changes here because it would not fit on my card. So I'm going up here to font. All right. And I don't know what I'm going to choose, but I have saved some. So I'm going over here to bookmarks because I want to see what did I save. And this looks like a nice one. Alyssa stencil script. I don't know if that's what I used, but uh let's let's try. What did I use? All right, let me go back and see what I used. All right. So this one is Alyssa stencil script. Okay. So let's choose that. We're going to go back up here to font, and we're going to go to my bookmarks, and I'm going to choose Alyssa stencil script. Now, before I attach this to my card, obviously I have to change the size, but I need to do two more things. I need to go up here to operation, and then I'm going to choose pen. It's a cut image right now. Even though I chose a font that has a writing font, I need to choose to make this a pen font, right? And then I'm going to change the style right here to writing. Now it's starting to look better, and I can go ahead and start resizing it for the inside of my card. There's my card, and I think, whoops, come on, I need to select you. How come I can't select you? Why am I having a problem? Here we go. All right. I'm having trouble selecting. Oh, there we go. There we go. So once we have it exactly the way, doesn't it look better with the uppercase J, H, and S? I think it looks good. So once we have it exactly the way um, I have it, right? Once we have it exactly the way I want it, we're going to attach it right here, down here, attach. Okay. Now we're ready. We're ready to cut this out. I'm going to actually hide my original and we're going to cut this out. Now remember, you can change whatever you want to do. If you don't have a Maker 3 or an Explore 3 or even a Joy, you won't be able to use the Smart Paper Sticker cardstock. But I'm using a Joy today. I'm sorry, I'm using my Maker 3 today. And so I'm going to, what's happening? What's happening? Here we go. So I am going to hit make it. And when I get to this make it screen, I am going to first I'm going to make two of them just because it's easier and it uses better paper. Now, one little trick that I wanted to show you here is if you have a Maker or Explore 3 and you want to use smart paper. Okay, so this is what we're using, this smart paper. Let's say you want to make 4 of these. So let's go ahead and change the project copies to 4. Now, this is just something I learned. And let's go ahead and hit without mat, right? So it automatically puts all 4 of these on the same mat, which is fine normally if we're going to cut it out with smart vinyl or even smart iron on, but we're not. We're using smart paper. So what we need to do is smart paper is only 13 by 13. It's not 13 by 16, which is what we need. So we need to change the material size right here to I just used 12. I don't even actually use a 13. And what that does is it breaks this up into 2 different sheets of paper. And then let's come over here. All right, Benji. Now look at here. I've got these 4 Happy New Year's. Remember I said I was going to use the smart vinyl for this? So I need to move these 4 things onto their own mat. But because it's 4 against 1, I'm going to actually move the card and I'm going to choose new and I'll choose that green. So that's moved it there. Now let's go to this mat. We'll move these things up here. All right, you don't be a baby. All right. And then we're going to choose the material type is, it's not letting me choose it. So let me go here. It's not letting me choose it. It usually lets me choose it and it's not. Ay, boja. I don't know. All right. So, well, this is what I would do. But if I to work around this, since it's not working, I would actually cancel out and I would make this green slightly different color. So let's go ahead and click on that and we'll choose that green and I will just choose a slightly different color green. Hopefully that will change it so that no, it has not changed it. I thought I picked a different color green. Benjamin, I'll just pick this one. Advanced. We'll do my own color. Okay, there we go. Now when I'm doing this, when I hit make it, this should bring me to having separate. There we go. And now I can just choose without mat on that. And then here on my top layer, I'm going to choose without mat. You have to choose with or without mat before you get to the cut phase. Okay. And then we're going to hit continue. We're ready to cut. So today we're going to let's cut out both these two things. And Loretta, I have 4 of these to go out. Good morning, Guadalupe. Nice to see you. I have 4 of these to give out, and I want to give one to a Facebook person. So why don't you find somebody for 3 of these? Okay. So this is Smart Paper Sticker Card. Ugh. It's got a wicked long name. Smart Paper Sticker Cardstock. Oh, who came up with that name? It's too long. But we're going to choose. I'm going to go to Browse All Materials. You see here, Smart Paper Sticker Cardstock. So that's what I'm going to choose. I am also going to give it a little more pressure. I found that it works better. And then I'm going to get ready to put this in. So let me move you over so you can see how this works. Now we probably won't wait for this to be done to put together the card because we will have, it does take a while. Anyway, this is the white version. It comes in white, black, sort of a rainbow color and a pastel color, and they come 10 sheets in a package. If you want to get them for the Joy, they're also available in the Joy in those same colors. Okay. And let me make sure that you can see my machine. And then I'm just going to hit the go button and you can watch it cut out a little bit of the cutout time as I get my little area here cleaned up for you. So one of the things that I found out about the Smart Paper stuff is it can be a little bit of a bear to what am I saying? Can be a little bit of a bear to weed. And so I'm going to show you how I weeded it. And then also remember, if you don't have Smart Paper, you could use something like the glitter cardstock, or even you could use iron-on. If you're going to use iron-on, do make sure that you flip that the top layer to mirror it, because it won't otherwise match up with the other layers, right? But I'm waiting for for some reason I dropped or broke my Cricut Mini. And so they're sending me a new one. So I don't have my Mini to do. So I decided that I would do the Smart Paper Sticker Cardstock. Yes, I agree with you, Annette. Annette's saying that the paper weeds a little bit like the infusible ink sheets. So let me bring you down so you can see this. It will take a little while for it to cut out. So let's have a look at what we're going to need for this project. I did use my double stick tape and I used my glue in my special glue bottle. I'm also going to be using some pop dots. And since we did cut this out in vinyl, I'm going to need a little bit of transfer tape and also a weeding tool. Okay. And I did use this black marker, which is just the plain 0.4. Most people get these in the machines. Okay. All right. So as I mentioned, and I did cut the letters out in 2 different. I cut it out with my leftover Smart Paper, but then I decided to switch it to silver glitter cardstock. So let's start putting this together. So here are our our card bases. Doesn't that look lovely? And I love this paper. This paper is 8.5 by 11-inch paper, which Cricut does not carry, but that I get from, this got a little bit messed up. Sorry, somebody who's going to get that card is going to get a little messed up. So what I'm going to do is fold it right here. And I can just put it aside. Now let's work on the base, like the little banner, I guess. So we need to have this, and where are my little letters? Numbers. They're my numbers. Okay, here are my numbers. All right. So again, if you wanted to use the cardstock, the smart paper cardstock, you could do that, and it's all done adhesive for you, so you just have to pick them and put them in place. But if you wanted to use the silver like I did, this is what I really like about the smart sticker cardstock, is that it's so easy just to move. You don't actually use your transfer tape for it. In fact, I don't think I would recommend that at all. So there is well, I messed that up. All right, let me move it over. Kind of. And then let's also do the silver. There we go. Oops, I put way too much glue on there. Yikes. It came squishing out. I'm going to show you what I do when I put too much glue. But let me put the other numbers on there. You know, it's kind of funny. I cut my thumb. I think I told you guys yesterday. So I cut my thumb really badly the day before yesterday, and I didn't realize. I'm like, no biggie, right? But then I didn't realize like how much I actually use my thumb when I'm making things. So I have to kind of vary that, but I often use it just to hold things in my hand. And there we go. So I use my little weeding tool just to kind of pick up some of that glue. If you try to use your finger, it will smear and it will be all over the place, and you don't want that. Okay, so there's that. Now again, you could cut this out in cardstock, which I did do, but I want to show you the vinyl. Now weeding this is so difficult because right here, the little letters, see the little open spaces for the letters, are so hard to weed. And in fact, I just pulled this one off. You've got to be real careful if you want to keep them, or you could decide to do what I did, which was just remove them. So it's up to you what you want to do. So let's do, I just lost it. Where'd it go? All right. So just so that you know, this is how you would weed it, just like this. But you'd have to be really careful with the P's and the A's and that sort of thing. Or if you decide you don't want to be that careful, you could take the whole thing off. But if you want to be careful and you don't have a thumb that is injured, because I would use my thumb and press down on here to lift up the vinyl and keep that middle piece in place like this. Okay, but since I am injured, I think I'm just going to go with the no negative space there. And here's my transfer tape. So I'm going to, I got little letters stuck to me. All right. It stinks to be injured, doesn't it? All right. So we're going to take that transfer tape off, and I'm going to put that right on here. I will cut this out. Now, if anybody has come up with a really good way to keep the tape, to keep that vinyl in place, someone like April would know, but this is how I do it. So there you go. So, do it whatever way you want. I mean, people are going to realize that it says Happy New Year, but I'm such a stickler. So, oops, let's put it on this one. All right, so here we go. There. And just remove that. Now we're going to turn this upside down. I'm going to reserve my transfer tape for when I do the next time. And then I'm going to take my pop dots. These, I don't even know where these came from, but I like them. And I'm going to just take them and put them all on the back here. What's going on over there? Oh, hi, Mom. Yeah, I was just feeding the... Oh, she's feeding the piggies. They ate everything, so I don't know. I think I maybe should give them more. Oh, okay. Well, if you feel like... They are pigs, so they will eat. So that's my mother, in case you didn't know. My mom lives here with me, and she is in charge of the pigs. The guinea pigs. We have 4 guinea pigs. It's just way too many guinea pigs, but they were originally my son's pets, and now they're just our pets, I guess. And so I'm going to take this piece off of the back. Wow, I can't believe our smart paper is done. I can't say that name. It's too long. It's just too long. Okay, so I'm just going to call it smart paper from now on. Smart paper. All right. So there, it's all set. I haven't peeled off the backing yet because we don't have the card ready. Okay, so we'll put it over here. Now let's do the card. So this is what it looks like with the smart paper. And by the way, if you do have extra like I do, you can cut this and save it. But so for instance, I use this to cut the 2023, and I just put it in this way on the machine. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this, right? And then we're going to remove the outside edge first, right? And as Annette mentioned, this is very similar to how you would peel infusible ink. I just kind of, oops, but it ripped here. Man. Okay. I just kind of roll it like this and pick up those pieces. The thing about it though is that those pieces that come off are sticky. So I just kind of make a little pile right here. Then when I get closer to being done and I only have these little pieces left, I will come in with a weeding tool and grab those. So, oh, I don't know, these guys. With my mother walking about, they think everything is a threat. Usually after they say hello, then they lie down. Like, okay, our job is done. So we're just peeling these off, being careful not to rip the paper, but if it rips, you can still salvage it. And then here you go. And then once I've taken the big pieces out, I will use my weeding tool to get in there for the little pieces. And I did notice that sometimes what's left behind is this little bit, and so you have to kind of use the weeding tool to remove that. So there I go, removing these. See, why is this happening? Okay, there we go. All right. So this is the part where I'm doing some work, and so it's kind of boring. You could just watch me do this, and then I usually talk. So so if you don't like me talking, you can turn off the volume and you can just watch me do this. So let's see, what do I want to talk about today? Well, yesterday was a very busy day, and today is going to be even busier for me. So yesterday I had to go to the cancer center to just like check in before I get my every 3 month, which is today, Zometa, which is like an infusion that I'm told helps to keep my bones really strong. So that's happening today. And then I also have some training scheduled with Cricut. Not really sure what that's going to include. They don't usually tell us. Um, and then later on in the evening, after I get mom's dinner made, I'm going to be going downtown Peabody for there's 3 events. I don't think I'm going to make it to all 3. And I kind of peter out in the evening too. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I got invited to dinner for our conservation commission. So there's that. And then the chamber invited me to their annual holiday party at a place that I've never been to in downtown Peabody. So I'm kind of like wanting to do that. Plus, I have a gift that I made for my for the new president, Deanne, who is the one that had me working on the holiday stroll. So I want to give that to her. And then I made her one of those paper trees from SVG Cuts. And it's off white. It's really pretty, like a linen color. So pretty. And let's see, what else do I have? Oh, and then for some reason, they did the open parks meeting on the same night. And my friend Jeanette, who runs the community farm, asked me if I would go to that because there isn't enough representation for people who are wanting to conserve for the future. So I gotta do that too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I do know that I am going to be wearing my brand new. I have a brand new red dress and my snag tights. Oh my god, if you guys wear tights, these snag tights like changed my life. Because I never like pantyhose or stockings. So and I like to wear dresses in the winter. And so what I have to do is wear a dress and wear these pantyhose like you'd buy, and you spend a lot of money for them, and they would always like roll down. I don't know if it's my shape or whatever, but they just they never stayed upright. So I found this place called Snag Tights, and they're actually out of Ireland, and they sell the best tights, and they're all different colors. But you can get different ones, which is what I'm going to wear, my holiday ones. But the best thing is they don't roll down, they don't make that gap between your legs. Oh my god, I hate that. And I am like in love with these tights. If you guys check them out, it's snag tights. I don't know if they're a .com because they actually are mailed from Ireland, but so worth it. And the cool thing is they never snag, they never run, or at least I haven't been able to cause them to run. I've had them now for several weeks and I've been wearing them like every single day, and I get so many compliments on them, on the ones that I have. I have like snowflakes and what else do I have? I have elf, like green and red elf. I have witchy ones that are black and white stripes. I have the Christmas lights that go all around. I'm going to wear the Christmas light one. And I'm sure that people are going to ask me, because the nurses ask me when I go to the cancer center. They're like, "Oh, I love your tights. Where'd you get them?" And then I have to go into this whole thing about how I hate normal tights, and then I get these tights and I really love them, and everything is a story. Everything is a story. So that's gonna be my day. How are you guys doing? How are you holding up? It doesn't feel like Christmas yet because I haven't got uh my Christmas tree up, and all my neighbors have all their lights out, and I haven't been able to put out my brand new, from my friend Bren, my brand new corgi blow up. She got me a corgi blow up from the Home Depot. Thank you so much, Bren. I will make sure I take pictures. But I'm waiting for Santo to come back from the DR so that he can plug it in, and he'll know. He's in charge of all the electrical stuff, especially on the outside. So I'm waiting for him to come. And so you can see this is a little time consuming. You could, as Annette suggested, you could just kind of like peel it like that. But I found for these little bits, it's best to just weed them with your weeding tool. Okay. So there is, I'm almost done with this one. So stay with me. Oh, yeah. The new email. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Okay. So, yesterday I mentioned when we did the giveaway that I have a new email address. It's still in the process, it's not working right now. And so, from now until I get it fixed, which probably won't look like until the end of the week at this point, at least not today. It's not going to happen today. Sorry, guys. But, is not working. So if you won, you're going to send me an email. I need to find a winner on Facebook. And I know, Loretta, you can't see those people. So if you're on Facebook and you want to win it, I noticed yesterday that that Penny was able to remember all of the names of Santa's reindeer, and so she's winning the prize from Facebook. That was the oh dear one, but there was another person, I'm trying to remember who it was, on Facebook that wanted to win the card yesterday. So if I don't remember the name, if you're on, please go ahead and tell me that yeah, I'm the one, and I can hopefully keep my eye on the almost got it all the way. Now with this, you don't need transfer tape, but you can't really see it, but I've made a real mess here. So I'm just going to use my my weeding tool just to clean that up. It's very sticky, as you can see. Now, normally I walk around with these things stuck to me. And I said to my sister, "Hey, you didn't say anything to me. I got all these things." She goes, "Oh, I thought that was just sort of par for the course." I'm like, "Thanks, sis." All right. So again, you could do this in this cardstock, but I'm using this. This is glitter cardstock white, which we did get in a mystery box. So there you go. So if you don't know what to use for for this and you got that mystery box, you could use that. But today we're going to use the Smart Paper Sticker cardstock, and let me show you what you do. So it's going to go on the lavender color. See how that is? Now, if you get a little mixed up, what you have to do is sort of, if you have them stacked like this, you can't see the lavender. So this is the proper way to stack them, okay? And I think I'll do the sticker cardstock and just make sure that I have the right side facing. And I'm just going to take off that bag. Oops, pen. And going to place it. Just like that, and press down. Isn't that much better than the glue? I probably could have done it a little bit better because look, it's a little off center, but you know what? I don't think anybody's going to notice. So, and then I'm going to take my glue and put it on the back of the lavender if I can get my glue out. What? There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Yep. Now, if you are using glue, remember that you need to put it on very little, but everywhere. So in this case, this won't come seeping out because we already did that one page, and I will show you that. So just want to make sure that this layer sticks. Okay. And then we take this layer and put this on here. If it helps, you can do it this way. You can see what you're doing. And take away these little pieces. And then for the last bit, I use my double stick tape. It just feels like it's going to stick better to me. Now tomorrow, I'm going to do this card, but I got to tell you, this card is weird. I that's the only word I can think of for this card, because it's a really pretty card, but it has like merry and bright, and it has the same issue with the letters. So I think I'm thinking about doing, and it's writing on it, so I'm thinking about doing it with the smart label vinyl. So because I want to do lettering on it. I don't know. We'll see how that comes out, but I think that's going to be tomorrow. And then that's Thursday. And then Friday, I have another card in mind. I know it's a card week, but it's kind of like, I know people want to make other things besides cards, but I figure this is the time everybody's addressing their cards. So we'll do some other things that are more like household things, like ornaments and such, next week. And if you have anything you want to add to that. Oh, copy paper, Jamie. Does it cut okay on your Cricut? I would be afraid. Do you use the blue matte? Do tell. Copy paper, making it thinner. Yeah, I like a thin card sometimes for mailing, but I'm the kind of person that is just going to pay the extra postage and have it hand canceled too, because I just, it's a work of art. I mean, people keep these things around for a long time. Most people do. I've had one person just like throw it out, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, never going to give that person another card. Um, that's happened. I don't know if they intentionally did it, but also one of my banners from a couple weeks ago got thrown away, and it still like hurts my heart that they did that. I'm like, oh, why did they do that? I should have gone and collected it. I know I'm weird. Okay. Spend a lot of time on something. I learned that a long time ago. If you're going to spend a long time on doing something, then make sure you're giving it to somebody who appreciates it. So there's our card. This one here is with the little pieces. This one here is without. Not really sure which one I like better, but there is our lovely card. You had that happen to you too? Ugh. All right. So, let's see. Just I cut the copy paper on my blue mats or on an older green one. So Jamie Leonard, who is an admin for the Melody Lane design group, is saying that sometimes she cuts her cards, especially these with many layers, on colored copy paper, which I'm assuming she just gets at like the Office Depot type thing, and then she Alice. It's like, but then she cuts it so that it's less, bulky. But honestly, like, I think people like the heft too. So I understand where you're coming from, Jamie. But for me, I just kind of like the heft of this type of card. Now, I mean, you can reduce some of the heft along the way. Anyway, that is today's card. And I'm going to, let's see, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Um, Thank you, Don. So, Wendy, are you the only, did anybody speak up and say they wanted the Facebook on Facebook saying that they wanted to get this card? I don't know. But anyway, so your pants doing good. All right. So, hey, I don't mind the half just trying to reduce the postage. Yeah, I get it. I know postage is really. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. Hey, so if you want to get this card, send me because Wendy's on Facebook. So on Facebook, Wendy, I'm going to choose you to receive this card. All you have to do is send me an email at missritatotherescue@gmail.com, and make sure you send your address so I can send it to you, and tell me what you won because I get a little behind in sending these cards out. So that is what I've got for today. It's going up in January again. It's going up again. So today's winners are Marianne Williams, Sandy Dolan, and Mary Carmen Truger on YouTube, and Wendy on Facebook, and you'll receive one of these cards. But you do have to send me an email, okay? And the email address that you're going to use, since I haven't fixed the other one yet, is missritatotherescue@gmail.com. Dawn, I did get your email. I did get it. Thank you. And is this design on Cricut? Yes, Alice, it is. It is on Cricut. Let me just go back, and you can actually watch this again if you wanted to, but just so for the people tuning in late, I did get it on, let me just go back here. I did get it from Anna Griffin Images right here. And by the way, if you go ahead and follow me on, so I went here, image sets, and I typed in Anna, and then it was in the layered images. But if you don't want to do all that work, just go on to the community and follow me on the community. So this is my community profile, and here I have some new followers. I want to say hello to them. Esty, hello. Charlotte, Giselle, Rachel, and Anne. Welcome. And we have hit the 1400. Let's see if we can't get to 1500, right? That's always what you do with numbers, right? Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. This is tomorrow's project, which I really like. However, I was really irritated with these in between the R's here. So I'm going to try doing it on label vinyl and see how that works. And that will be tomorrow's project. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Oh, Loretta, it's your birthday, Loretta. Happy birthday, Loretta. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Loretta, for all you do for me. I so appreciate it. And I wish you many, many happy returns of your special day. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in today. And we'll see you again tomorrow at 9 o'clock for this project, Merry and Bright Holiday Card. Thank you, everybody. Take care.